Now we move to the Layout section, where we'll connect our agent to the UI components. There are two ways to run an agent, either on page load, which means the agent runs as soon as the page is opened, or on component load. In our case, we want the agent to execute on page load so the data appears as soon as the user lands on the page. For that, we click on the Configuration button. A pop-up will appear with two sections, On Page Load and On Field Change. On Field Change is useful when we want to trigger an agent whenever a specific variable changes. But in our case, we're using On Page Load. Now, just like we created variables in the Agent Builder, we also need to create variables in the UI to receive the agent's output. So, first we'll create 4 UI variables, one for each count card. Then we'll click on one of the cards and a right-side panel will open. In the panel, we can apply some styling like background color, height, etc., but in this case, we'll skip styling. Next, we move to the Properties section, where we'll add the label, let's say, Claims for the first card. We can also assign an icon to the card by clicking the Icon option, which opens a pop-up with an icon library to choose from. Now comes the important part, mapping the variable to the card. The data lives in the agent variable, but the card is designed to use a UI variable. So, we need to map the agent's output to the UI variable. To do that, we go back to the Page Configuration section, click on Add, and select the agent we want to execute. You'll see a list of agents, including those from other apps, but we'll select the one we created for this app. Next, we do the variable mapping. There are two sections, Input Mapping and Output Mapping. Since our agent doesn't take any input, we skip the Input Mapping. In the Output Mapping section, we map the agent's output variables, on the left, to the corresponding UI variables, on the right. This makes the values accessible to the UI. Once done, the values from the agent will flow into the UI variables, and we can display them on the cards. We repeat the same steps for the other 3 cards, but this time, no need to reconfigure the agent again, as it's already added. And with that, we've successfully connected our agent to the UI, and the cards are now will show real-time data.